Hey everyone, it's Arlette from Chasing Joy, and I'm just doing another video to update you guys on my journey to becoming a mom, a single mom by choice. Today is cycle day 17. It is 5 days past my second IUI, my second intrauterine insemination. So I am in the midst of the 2 week wait. The 2 week wait is terrible. I hate it. It's so awful. I don't even know what else to really say about it. If any of you are trying to get pregnant or have ever tried to get pregnant in the past, you know what it is. 2 week wait is the wait between when you ovulate or when you've had an IUI or an embryo transfer if you're doing IVF, and when you can actually test to find out if you're pregnant. So it's 2 weeks where you know nothing, and it's just awful. You spend way too much time thinking about what ifs, wondering what's going on inside your body, overanalyzing every little thing, looking for symptoms. So it sucks. But anyway, so I'm just going to give you an update, I guess, on what my symptoms, if any, are 5 days after the IUI. So this cycle, I think timing-wise, went a lot better. If you saw my videos after my first IUI, you saw that I was saying that fertility friend last time actually said that I ovulated 2 days after my IUI. Well, this time the timing worked out good. I got my smiley face on cycle day 11, had my IUI on cycle day 12. The positive ovulation was confirmed by blood tests at the doctor's office that I was indeed having an LH surge, and so I had the IUI on cycle day 12. Also on cycle day 12, the ovulation predictor kit stopped showing the smiley face, went back to being just the empty circle, meaning that the surgery was over, that I should have been ovulating that day. That's what the doctor said in the video, if you saw the video of me getting the second IUI. And then fertility friend also confirmed that on cycle day 12 I did ovulate. So this time I'm 5 days past ovulation and 5 days past my IUI. So timing wise, everything seems a lot better. So I'm very hopeful that it worked this time. I'm praying that it worked this time. I know a lot of you guys are praying with me and been sending me messages on Instagram and Facebook. And people know me in real life through text and telling me good luck. You guys are praying for me. And I really do appreciate that. But there's really no way of knowing right now, this early. As far as symptoms, I don't think I have any. Unlike the first IUI, I felt pretty normal right after. The next day I felt normal. I didn't have as many of those twinges and cramping the last time. I had a couple here or there, but nothing like the last time, where it was like ongoing and really made me feel like, oh, something must be happening. I'm having all these twinges, and then I felt very bloated, and then I had acid reflux. I don't have any of that this time. I have no symptoms. I feel fine. I just noticed a little bit of acne, actually, when I was getting ready to do the video, but that might not mean anything. I have had a couple of twinges. I've had a couple of boob twinges, but I now know that none of that could mean nothing. I could have all these things and it means absolutely nothing. Does not mean there's a baby. So it's really just a guessing game. My mom just said to me, actually, oh, you're handling this 2 week wait a lot better. I guess because I haven't been analyzing my body quite as much, or at least not verbally. I mean, I still think about it all day, non-stop. Am I pregnant? I hope I'm pregnant. What if I'm pregnant? What if I'm not pregnant? Then I keep going back and forth by these moments of thinking, like, I'm definitely not pregnant. It didn't work. I have nothing to base it on, but just, oh no, what if it didn't work? Then other times say, oh, I should have more faith, and just assume that it worked. So like last night I went out with friends. I didn't drink. anything, because what if it worked, and what if the baby's implanting, what if the embryo is trying to implant right now, and you're drinking. So I didn't drink, even though there's really no reason not to drink if you have not yet, determined that you're pregnant, because that means the embryo is not even connected to your bloodstream. So I keep going back and forth, but there's no way of knowing, and that's what makes the 2-week wait so difficult. Things I'm doing different this 2-week wait. I've tried really hard to be more busy this time. So let's say I had the IUI on Tuesday of this week, and that day that I didn't have anything special going on. On Wednesday, I did something on Wednesday. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, on Thursday, I went out for a book club, which was also like a birthday book club. So that was good. Oh, Wednesday, my cousin got baptized. I went to that after work. I went to work. I worked in the office every day this week. I didn't work from home. And like I said, so Wednesday I went to the baptism. Thursday I went to book club after work. Friday I didn't have work, but I slept late, and then I took my nieces to visit a college on Friday. Then on Saturday I slept late and went to a late breakfast with my mom, and then I went out for dinner with some girlfriends. And today is a Sunday, and I went to church today, and then I've been doing some blog writing. So I've been making myself pretty busy. Tomorrow, Monday, I'll be at work, and I have bowling. It's actually our last bowling, so that kind of works out. Assuming that I am pregnant, I won't have to decide, oh, do I keep bowling or not? And it's like a little bowling party, so that should keep me busy in the evening tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I don't have anything planned, and I don't have anything planned for the rest of the week. So that's making me a little nervous, like, oh, is all that anxiety going to hit me then? So I'm going to start making some plans for later in the week to try and stay more busy, so I can try not feel as crazy as last time. Another thing I'm doing different from my previous 2-week wait is this time I'm not going to test until a little later. With my first IUI, I started doing home pregnancy tests on 10 days after the IUI, which was 8 days post-ovulation, and they were negative, and all the ones after that were negative, and I think I just started testing too early. Me testing later wouldn't have changed the outcome, but it would have kept me from feeling down sooner. So I'm going to test a little later. I'm still going to test before the blood test, just because the idea of me going into the blood test all hopeful and not having a clue one way or the other and waiting for the phone call just seems very daunting. So this time I am going to test earlier than the blood test, but I'm not going to test until 12 days post-ovulation, and that'll also be 12 days post the IUI. So that's like basically 2 days later than last time. So that'll be on a Sunday, and then they have me scheduled to come in for the blood test on Tuesday. So I test Sunday. So basically at home test will only be Sunday and Monday, and then I'll go for the blood. So I don't think that's too bad. So that's my strategy this go round. I feel slightly more sane, but not really, because it's just the 2-week wait is awful. Not verbalizing it as much, but still thinking about it all the time. I have been Googling less. I haven't looked up as much things online about early pregnancy symptoms, and I haven't spent as much time on the different forums online either. So, so far so good, but only 5 days post the IUI. I have several more days to go before we find out one way or the other. So cross your fingers. I'm crossing mine. And wish me luck, send me baby dust, and pray for me that I got pregnant this time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Arlette from Chasing Joy, and right now I'm sitting in my car outside the doctor's office. It's early in the morning, it's before work, and I just went in to do some blood work to test my progesterone levels. Today is cycle day 18, and it is 6 days after my IUI and 6 days post ovulation. So they're testing the progesterone to see if I need to supplement in case I am pregnant. I'm praying I don't need the progesterone. On the last try on the first IUI, the test did show that I needed the progesterone. I was borderline. They like to see the number above 10, and mine was 9.2. However, excuse me, there was possible that I had ovulated later than they thought, which would explain why the number was off. So I'm hoping now with this try for IUI number 2, that because it looks like I ovulated on the same day as the IUI, and it's really 6 days post my ovulation, that it'll show that I don't need the progesterone. I really don't want to take the progesterone. I wish I had the pills with me to show you what they look like, but it's just like a suppository. It's I think the pills can be taken orally or as a vaginal suppository. They have me do it as a vaginal suppository. I believe your body actually absorbs more of the hormone that way and more quickly. And it's just unpleasant. I mean, who wants to stick a pill in there? I mean, that's not what's supposed to go in there. So it's just unpleasant. Last month for IUI number 1, I was lucky at least that my number was like 9.2, which they thought was borderline. So they only had me doing a suppository once a day. I was able to do it at night and then just go to sleep, so it wasn't too unpleasant. But I've seen from what other people said online, and just also some paperwork I saw in the doctor's office, that typically people do it twice a day, like every 12 hours. And it just seems so unpleasant to think that I would have to use this suppository like during the work day. So I am praying that I do not need it, and that my number is good to support a pregnancy. Hopefully I'm pregnant, or will be any minute now when the blastocyst implants. But I won't know for another week. It would be really nice if they could tell today with this blood work, but it's just way too soon for there to be any kind of hormone related to pregnancy in my body. So just waiting to hear about the progesterone. Another reason I don't want to take it, in addition to it just being unpleasant, is the fact that the increased progesterone levels is what causes you to have some of the symptoms of pregnancy. So if you're taking a supplement, you can start to get some of the symptoms of pregnancy and you're not really pregnant. So it's just, that really sucks, because then you have these symptoms for no reason other than you're taking this pill. And it can be confusing, because like I said before, on this 2-week wait or 2-week torture, you're already like have a heightened sense of what's going on in your body and paying attention to every little thing. So the last thing you need is a pill, a supplement, to be giving you symptoms for no reason. Can make, I think last time when I took it, didn't give me too much symptom, made me slightly more emotional. I remember tearing up over some news story that normally wouldn't make me tear up. It would have just been like, oh, well, that sucked, but it actually made me tear up. And I remember giving me like these kind of like little twinges or like electric shock kind of feels in my boobs. So, who wants to have symptoms of pregnancy if they're not really pregnant? But I am crossing my fingers that I really am pregnant, that the second time was the charm, and also crossing my fingers and praying that I don't need the progesterone. I guess a third reason that I don't want to take the progesterone is if I am pregnant, I would have to take it for like 8 weeks, and then, I know me, I'd be freaked out to stop taking it, because I'd be scared that the change would somehow upset things in my body or hurt the baby. So that would just be a whole nother stressor I could avoid down the line if I don't need it, if my body is producing, all the hormones and things that it should. So anyway, that's the deal today on 6 days post IUI and post ovulation, getting my progesterone checked, and I will try to, maybe I'll insert a little note at the end of this video to let you know what they said. They're supposed to call me later this afternoon. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.